This week on LatterDay News, Missionaries Happy in the Blues, a photography series on Christ, and an island mourns Griff the Great. But first, the headlines. Elder Holland, of the 12 Apostles, was admitted to the hospital last week. He's tested negative for COVID-19 and currently remains for further medical testing. The Tabernacle Choir and Orchestra at Temple Square head to Europe in 2021 as their new tour dates are released. June of next year includes stops in Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Norway, Scotland, and Wales. World-renowned photographer Ava Kolova Timothy will share her series on Christ this fall at the BYU Art Gallery. Born behind the Iron Curtain, Timothy eventually found the Missionaries and was baptized and later served a mission in New York City. Blue is the new white for some young male missionaries. Now, when approved by area presidents, young men will be allowed to wear blue shirts and leave the tie behind. Elder Uchtdorf spoke recently on the power of digital missionary work.
It is our turn to make the best out of this and make something very good out of it. You see wonderful things developing. Missions help each other. They prepare little spots for Facebook, for other social media things, and share how to do it. So there is a creativity. There is a moving forward, refined, edified, more empowered, refreshed, moving forward. And I only hope that we carry this momentum, this energy up forward in all areas of the church.
And that's the headlines. Temple updates include a fire that placed the Tucson, Arizona temple on evacuation watch. The nearby Bighorn Fire, raging in the Santa Catalina Mountains, now seems to be heading east away from the temple. And finally, temples in Auckland, New Zealand and Alabang, Philippines broadcast groundbreaking ceremonies and held small gatherings following specific area guidelines for COVID-safe gatherings.
The choir will now sing an intermediate hymn, Joseph Smith's First Prayer, and for our viewers, the same hymn will be performed by a virtual choir.
Oh, how lovely was the morning, radiant beamed the sun above. These were humming, sweet birds singing, music ringing through the grove.
The Lord is mindful of all His children. Just a history of temple groundbreaking in the Philippines. In 1982, 21 years after the church was organized, the Manila Temple groundbreaking was held. The Cebu Temple groundbreaking followed in 2007, which was 25 years later. The Urdaneta Temple groundbreaking was held on January 16, 2019, which was last year, presided by Elder Holland. That's 12 years after Cebu. And the Alabang groundbreaking today is held 1.5 years after Urdaneta's. Did you hear that? The number of years? The decrease in the number of years in between each of the 4 temples groundbreaking and the increase in the number of temples announced are clear evidences that the Lord is hastening His work in the Philippines.
And now, LatterDay News ends with a heartwarming story from Hawaii and the community that loved and lost Griff the Great.
Everyone who met Griff felt like Griff chose them. Everyone who talks about Griff talks about him in terms of our Griff or our baby. And I don't know if anyone here has ever met someone who shared so much love, who had a bigger heart, and I know he also broke all of our hearts.
Griff had the ability to touch the hearts of everyone that crossed his path. The 8-year-old boy suffered several debilitating strokes that eventually took his life. Almost 400 people showed up for a traditional Surfers Memorial paddle out, including singer-songwriter Jack Johnson, who was also Griff's friend.
I got a lot of high fives at school drop off from Griff, and my day was always better when I got a high five from Griff. And as all of you guys know, his smile would just light up your heart every time you'd see him. And so anyways, I want to share a song for Griff. We're all sending all of our love to him right now. Gotta get home, there's a garden to tend, all the fruits on the ground. The birds have all moved back into my attic. Whistled and snapped, the young learn to fly, I will patch up my home once again. I can't believe my lime trees dead. Thought it was sleeping, I guess it got fed up with not being fed. And I would be too. Food in my bed, and hope in my time. So I try to understand what I can hold in my hand, and whatever I find my way back to you.
Come back every Friday for more Latter-day News.